I've been doing this martial arts since I was like 6 years old. I'm 42. Now, I train a lot of police officers. At my gym right now, we counted that as like 27 police officers, current active police officers trained at my gym. So we talk a lot about self-defense. And so here's the deal and this is what we're talking about, with us, because of how much we've trained, in an engaged situation, we're going to put the person to the ground and we're going to control them, and we're probably going to choke the life out of them. Okay, we're going to choke them until they go to sleep, until they stop kicking. I tell my daughters, who've been trained since they were 4, a man never attacked you. You keep squeezing until he stops kicking. Okay, and then we'll deal with it from there. Okay, because he attacked you, he should have never attacked you. But for women's self-defense classes, the number one thing you have to understand is distance control. If somebody grabs you, you have 2 options. Okay, one is to get as far away from them as possible, as quick as possible. And the second is to get as close to them as humanly possible. And I know that sounds crazy. I just want you to kind of get this in your mind. So if he's coming at me in a punching situation, for some reason, there's a lot of these little, and I used to take karate classes, so I was a victim of this when I was like 12. I got punched in the face by some dudes because I thought I knew how to fight, right? To stand here in this situation, if I'm not a trained striker, and this guy's throwing punches at me, I'm going to be like, this is the luckiest person wins. Okay? So if we're just like, boom, 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 anything can happen. But if he throws a straight punch and I'm just like, boom, it's over. Game over. He's going to win. Okay? Also, the strikes to the private region of men. Okay? With sons, and because I kick my son there all the time he's playing, with sons and husbands and brothers and stuff like that and friends, it's pretty effective. But with a crazy attacker, it doesn't work. Let me give you an example. One of my top students named Roger Ennis. He's a brown belt. He is a lieutenant with the police department in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or in that area. And they had a guy get out of the car and start charging after him. And so he pulled his taser, and he shot the guy with a taser, and it hit 2 prongs, just like this. Any one of us, because we're good people, would have immediately seized up, muscles clenched, and we dropped. This person who was on some type of drug snatched him out of his chest and kept charging. You know what ended that fight? One of my other students, tandem, jumped his back, locked the choke, and put him to sleep. So jiu-jitsu is very effective, right? So to stand here and to say, I'm going to kick him, wrong thing. I'm going to punch with him, wrong thing. I'm either here as fast as possible, or when he starts attacking, I'm here as fast as possible. That's it. That's the only places I can go. Okay? You put cologne on before you came here? You smell good? You smell good? I always smell bad. I always smell bad. So let's start really, really basic, okay, and we're going to build up from here. Number 1. So let's say I'm sitting here, I'm on my phone doing something. Please, a big part of self-defense is awareness. Don't be on your phones when you're walking from your car into a store. When you pull up, my daughters, they're super ninja spies. They go to the gas station. I can watch them. They'll pull up to the station to get out and get gas. And my daughters will look, and they'll look around. They'll get out of the car, they'll stand up, they'll look around, and then they start pumping gas. Okay? A police officer I used to train with a long time ago, who I was with when he taught one of these seminars, he said if you walk through any Walmart parking lot, he said you and I won't see them, but a police officer will see them. He said somewhere out there there's a wolf sitting in a car watching people. He's sitting there. And he said, here's what you notice in the wild. If the prey, if something that's going to be eaten is walking, and they look over and they make eye contact with the wolf will not attack, because he knows the element of surprise is gone. If you're walking through the parking lot, you see a dude who doesn't belong there, let him know you see him. So, understand? Awareness, situational awareness is a big thing. But you're here, you're on your phone, something's going on, and this guy comes up and he just grabs, maybe just grabs your arm. Okay? So, the number 1 thing, this is like very, very simple. Okay, I would teach this to a kid. You can squeeze like a man. All right, so we got to work on some grips. We'll work on grip training later. I'll buy you like little squeeze things. So here's the big thing. Okay, as he's grabbing, this is the mistake that everybody makes. He's got some really, really strong points here. Okay, this hand, I don't care how strong I am. Like, hold on, okay? Like you're pulling me, I'm pulling back, and I'm pulling, right? And if he's bigger and stronger, he's going to take that. Because I'm pulling against his fingers, okay? But his like little thumbs here are actually pretty weak. So there's no way he could stop me. And so a real good way to practice that, guys, is just like once, you can grab both sides or one side, that's fine. So here, anytime the thumbs grab, watch, hold as hard as you want. Nothing, okay? There's no way he could stop that. Now, for you guys, for kids and women, but always the thumb. So it's not always the same way. Like here, if I try pulling up, it's fine. But for some reason, maybe he grabbed and his thumb is in a different, like here it's up, but maybe he grabs like this. So now it's pulling down. So it's just awareness of it, something that needs to be practiced a lot. So a good drill is just here. He's going to grab both thumbs on top, okay? So what you need to do is what? Create distance. So as I'm going here and I'm pulling my hand up, and if you need to, use your other hand. Okay, some people call it like horse biting an apple. Use your other hand, it's fine, but create space. Like immediately have that muscle memory. Muscle memory is a big deal. There was a Colorado State Trooper. They practiced like this, okay? Somebody pulled a gun on him. They would tape the gun, actually disarm. It's the way you twist the wrist, take the gun, and then they would hand it back to him and they would do it again. It's on video. You can actually watch this. Colorado State Trooper. Criminal. They're on the street. Guy pulls a gun. He takes it and hands it back to the guy. Because he had drilled that so many times. So now, the way Colorado practices it, they take the gun and they throw it behind him. It takes extra steps to walk and get it, but it's muscle memory, okay? He grab, take your wrist, move. Understand? Very, very simple, right? Okay, just do like 5 times each person. Grab their wrist, take it apart. Grab somebody close to your same size, please.